Attitude. Whoa, attitude. Task here or action is overtaking. Welcome to Donald Mafumani YouTube channel. This channel is created for purposes of education, training, coaching and mentoring for personal development and growth. The incident you see on the screen would have never happened had it not been of an attitude of a sedan driver. This driver was overtaking a lorry full of chicken. The overtaking happened at a solid barrier line. Two trucks were following one another from the opposite direction of where the sedan was coming. During the head-on collision between the truck and the oncoming sedan, another truck was following behind the accident truck. This truck behind had to pull out of the road to avoid further collision with the truck in front. This truck's front part can barely be seen on the extreme left-hand side of the road. During an incident investigation, sources of energy prevailing at the time of incident must also be identified. Generally, energies include biological, chemical, electrical, gravitational, mechanical, pressure, temperature, radiation, sound, motion, and people energy. At the time of this incident, sources of energy include mechanical energy, gravitational energy from steep hill, and people energy. Apparently, the now deceased sedan driver had a feeling of being slowed down by a slow-moving truck ahead and decided to overtake it at a solid barrier line anyway. Attitude. Oh, attitude. Before indulging in challenging actions, we must first understand the difference between a hazard and risk, and then assess our own attitude by asking the following leading questions. But before the leading questions, let's find the difference between a hazard and a risk. Hazard is a source of potential harm or danger. The sources of potential harm or danger include unsafe acts, unsafe conditions, and energies. Some schools of thought prefer to say for unsafe acts, at-risk behaviors, for unsafe conditions, at-risk conditions. Risk is a chance or probability that the anticipated outcome will occur or will not occur. For example, gambling. To conduct risk assessment of one's attitude, the following leading questions must be asked and answered pertaining to the task at hand. 1. What am I about to do right now? 2. What energy is present in this that I'm about to do right now? 3. What can go wrong? 4. What can cause it to go wrong? 5. Which control measure will best mitigate the risk? 6. What must I do now to mitigate the risk? Since these are leading questions, let's find out what it is that each one of them probes for. Question 1. What am I about to do right now? That is the task or the action I'm about to do right now. What energy is present in this that I'm about to do right now? You find that from energy sources such as mechanical, gravity, people, etc., etc. What can go wrong? This is pretty much important. What can go wrong? This is risk. This question probes for a risk. What can go wrong? In everything that you do, if you ask that question, what can go wrong, you are actually probing for a risk. And when you say the fourth question there, what can cause it to go wrong? Here you are actually probing for a hazard. What can go wrong is risk. What can cause it to go wrong is a hazard. Which control measure will best mitigate the risk? You're going to choose from the following risk control measures, and they are ranked from the most effective to the least effective. The most effective is elimination, and then substitution, redesign or engineering out, isolation or warnings, administrative controls, and the last one, personal protective equipment, least effective one. What must I do now to mitigate the risk? You can either prevent, correct, stop, record, report, coach, train, etc. and etc. Sadly, very sadly, the sedan driver's life has departed with its attitude. Assessing our attitude will always ensure that all hazards are identified, risks assessed and rated, and measures put in place to mitigate any risk in time. All videos in this channel are numbered to make it easy for you to follow. This one is number 18 in the series. You can also follow Donald Mafumani on LinkedIn platform. Please help us grow this channel, and to do so, please hit the subscribe star or button below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.